And let your eyes close. You can have your hands grounding down onto your knees to ground more into the earth, or having your palms face up for more receiving. And just start to bring your attention back to your breath. Notice your sits bones sitting into whatever surface you're sitting on. Feeling your hips get a little heavier. And feel your lower back, your lumbar spine start to lengthen. Your thoracic spine, your ribs start to lengthen up. Your neck starts to lengthen up. Head lengthens up. And then bring your attention to the breath. Noticing your inhale. Noticing your exhales. See if you can feel the air enter into your nostrils. Notice if there's a temperature. And we're going to return to a little bit of breathing. For those of you who did the pranayama class this morning, we're going to continue doing the alternate nostril breathing. So you're going to have your thumb out to the side, your index finger and middle finger are bent down, and then the ring finger and the pinky finger are straight. So you're in this mudra. If that's confusing, you're just going to use your thumb and your pinky. Your thumb is always going to block your right nostril. Your pinky is always going to block. I feel like you guys are making confusing things, so I'm going to come forward. So it looks like this. Your thumb is out, your index finger and middle finger are down, and then your ring finger and your pinky finger are out. Okay? So your thumb always is going to block the right nostril, and your pinky always blocks the left nostril. If this is uncomfortable at all on your hand, then you're just going to have your hands like this. Okay? It's always the same pattern. We always are going to start inhaling through the left nostril. Then you exhale through the right nostril. Then you inhale through the right nostril. And you exhale through the left. I'm going to talk you through it the whole time, so all you have to do is listen. It's really normal in this. Sometimes you get a little dizzy. It's just because we're moving so much oxygen in the body, so that's very normal. And sometimes you will feel a little bit anxious doing this. Whatever comes up, just try to breathe through it. And at the end, I can almost guarantee you will feel more relaxed and more grounded. So gently let your eyes close. Take your hand into whatever shape you'd like. And then block your right nostril with your thumb. Inhale for a count of 4 through your left nostril. 1, 2, 3, 4. Block your left nostril. Exhale through the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4. That makes one round. We'll repeat this 4 times. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. And lower your hand down. Let your breath return to its normal rate and rhythm. And just notice how you feel. So in Sanskrit, that breathing technique is called Analoma Viloma. Roughly translates to alternate nostril breathing. And it really helps to balance out the two sides of our hemisphere, helps us to feel more relaxed, more grounded, and bring more mental clarity. Take your hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Palms pressed in together, thumbs pressing into your heart space. And close your eyes. And we'll begin class today with one Om. Beginning on the second inhale, deep breath in, deep breath out. Notice your thumbs pressing into your heart and try to cultivate a sense of gratitude and really feel what it feels like to experience gratitude. See if you can expand that feeling. And then imagine that all of us are in one room together. And imagine sharing that sense of gratitude to the whole room. Imagine connecting with everyone. Creating this energetic space. Sharing this feeling of love. Sharing this feeling of gratitude. And gently open your eyes. Coming into tabletop, bring your knees directly under your hips, hands directly underneath your shoulders. Open your fingers wide, press your palms into the mat, tuck your toes under. Inhale, look up, arch up for cow. Exhale, round down. Cat, pressing shoulder blades wide. Inhale, look up, arch up. Exhale, round down. Inhale, look up, arch up. Exhale, round down. Inhale, come back center. Exhale, look right, bending into lateral right flexion. Exhale, bend left. Inhale, bend right. Exhale, bend left. Inhale, bend right. Exhale, bend left. Coming back to center. Inhale your right arm up and come thread it through underneath the left. With each inhale, try to lengthen your spine, and each exhale, try to twist the left side of your ribcage closer up to the ceiling. If you want to go further, you're going to inhale your left leg out, pressing your foot firmly into the mat. I'll be giving a lot of different options today, so feel free to try them, or just stay listening to your body. Inhale, top arm up. If you want to go further, wrap around your back for a half bind. Deep inhale, deep exhale. And gently coming back to center. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Really extend the fingertips, reach towards the ceiling. Lowering back down. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Thread through. Inhaling, lengthening the spine. Exhale, twist your torso closer up to the ceiling. Inhale. If you want to go further, right leg reaches out to diagonal. And if you want to go further, right arm reaches up, wrapping around for a half bind. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Deep inhales, deep exhales. Gently untwist. Coming back into tabletop. Inhale, your right leg out long. Imagine that you're pressing your foot into the wall behind you. Gentle contraction in the lower abdominals. If you want to go further, you're going to reach out your left arm. And if you really want to challenge your balance, play with trying to lift your left toes up. And then see how far can you pull in two opposite directions with your foot and your hand. Gaze is at your left thumb. And just notice where your mind is, where your thoughts are. Try to come back to the breath. Gently lower down. Switching over to the left, extending left leg out long. If you want to add on, right arm reaches out long. And then maybe you even want to play with bringing your right toes up off the mat. Reaching long in two opposite directions. Gazing at your thumb. Coming back into tabletop. Press back into downward facing dog. So for downward facing dog, take your hands shoulder width distance apart. Your feet are hip distance apart. And your index finger should be parallel with the long edge of your mat. From there, press your thumb knuckle and your index knuckle really firmly into the mat. Your head should be in line, your ear should be in line with your upper arms. Relax your shoulder blades down your back so there's space around the neck. Your knees can be bent. As long as your back is straight here, you're getting the benefits of this posture. Squeeze your legs together, feel your inner thighs start to fire, and then tilt your tailbone up towards the ceiling, lengthening through the spine as much as you can. You might want to pedal out your feet. Maybe taking some ankle circles, some hip circles. Just really warming up the body in whatever way feels good. Switching over to the other side, ankle circles, hip circles. And if at any point you need throughout today's practice, child's pose is always an option. So for child's pose, we lower our knees down. Our hands are extended long in front of us. Knees are slightly wider than our torso. Just feel your forehead connecting into the mat, fingertips on the mat. And this pose is always an option at any point. Coming back into downward facing dog. Really lengthen the spine. And then gently step or hop forward to the front of your mat. Lengthen your spine. Inhale. Exhale, fold, bending the knees if we need. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. And then bend the right leg and gently walk your hands over to the right. So your left leg is straight, right knee is bent. If you want to go further, start to lengthen your spine. Should feel a nice stretch on the left side of your hip, the IT band, maybe a little in through the glutes. If you want to go further, inhale the right arm up. Again, working on that thoracic rotation, turning the right hand closer to the ceiling. Lower back down. Switching to the other side. Our right leg is straight, left leg is bent. Inhale. Lengthening the spine if you want to go further. Inhale the top arm up. And then lower back down. Gently bend both knees and come to stand. We're going to go through 3 sun salutation. A. Inhale. Arms reach up. Exhale, fold. Bending knees if you need. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back into top of a push-up. We're going to lower down into a bottom of a push-up. Modifications will be lowering your knees down. Keep your elbows at your side, squeezing in, and then don't lower your elbows more than 90 degrees. This will help to protect the shoulder joint. All the way down, untuck the toes. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, step or hop, front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back. Top of a push-up into bottom of a push-up, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 rounds of breath. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, step or hop, front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, Tadasana. Last time, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold. Really make an audible exhale. Letting all the breath out. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, down facing dog. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, step or hop, front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale into Utkatasana, chair pose. Inhale, arms reach up. Really try to lengthen your lower back and set your hips down low. If you want less intense, you're just going to have less knee bend. If you want more intense, try to bring your thighs parallel to the floor. And really use your power of your breath to stay. And notice where your mind goes. Does it tell you that you can't do this? Our thoughts control so much, but we have so much power over our thoughts. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up, keeping the right hip bone pointing down to the earth. Come step through and lower the left knee down, untuck the toes. Your hands can be on the floor, on your knees, or reach up. Tuck your left pelvis under so you really feel a nice hip flexor stretch through the left front side of your hip. If you want to go further, you're going to start to inhale the arms up and start to look back and arch back at the same time. Keep lengthening the left side of your hip. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Sending the breath to the left hip, encouraging it to relax further. Exhale, lower your hands down. Lengthen your front left leg. And then lengthen your spine. On your exhale, start to bring your torso a little bit closer to your leg. If you want, you can bring your toe back. If you bring your toe back, you're going to get a calf stretch at the same time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, try to fold a bit more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And then gently switch the stance of your feet. Left knee comes forward. Really tuck under this right hip. Really getting a nice hip flexor stretch to the right side. Inhale your arms up. And if you want to go further, you're going to start to extend back. And really just listening to your body and see where it wants to go today. Don't feel like you have to always take the most advanced option. Really just being mindful of your body, listening to where your body wants to go. Exhale, lower down, lengthening the front leg. Inhale, lengthen your torso, and then exhale, start to fold forward over your leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhaling, just surrendering into the pose, into any resistance. Stepping back into downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Come, bring it through, knee to nose. Other options, you're just going to have your knee down like this and you're going to lift it up. Inhale left leg, or inhale right leg up, right knee to left elbow. Inhale right leg up, right knee, right elbow. Inhale right leg up and come step through, turn the back foot out 30 degrees, warrior one. Make sure that your front knee is in line with your second toe. Your left leg is straight. Tuck your pelvis under here. For less intense, less knee bend, and more intense, try to bring your femur, your thigh bone, parallel to the floor. Arms are reaching up, shoulder blades pulling down the back. Trying to connect to your heart and that feeling of gratitude. Sending that energy outwards in all directions from your heart. See if you can sink 1 centimeter lower. Good. Exhale, hands come down, step back, moving through chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, down facing dog. Inhale the left leg up, come through, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg up, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, left leg up, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, left leg up. Come step through in between your hands. Turn the back foot out 30 degrees. Warrior one on the left. Pulling shoulder blades down your back. Gauge the low core. See if you can sink 1 centimeter lower. Lowering your hands back down, moving through vinyasa, moving through chaturanga, and meeting in down facing dog. And then coming back into that child's pose for 1 moment. Really extend all of the fingertips wide. Take your forehead down to the mat. Notice that your heart rate has increased. Notice that your respiratory rate has increased. And coming back into down facing dog. Inhale your right leg up, come step through, turn the back foot out 90 degrees, cartwheel hands, warrior two. Look down, make sure that your right knee is in line with your second toe, so it's not coming too far in or too far out, but that your knee is really in alignment with your toe there. And then your front heel should bisect the center of your back arch, so that your front foot is really in front of your back foot. And then lower down as far as you can. Gaze is at the third middle finger. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and down your back. And these warrior postures tend to evoke this feeling of power. So stand in your power. Stand strong. Stand knowing that you really can create what you want to create, and that voice in your head is just a voice. Inhale, reaching the top arm over, up, extending back into reverse warrior. Look, gazing up at the top hand if that's available to you. Keeping the right knee as bent as you can. Exhale into extended side angle, top elbow and knee come to touch, top arm reaching long overhead. Press the back outer edge of your left foot into the mat. Open your left fingertips wide. Relax your left shoulder down your back. Coming back into warrior two for 1 breath. And then cartwheel hands down, stepping back into chaturanga. Lowering knees down if you need. Meeting in downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Come step through. Warrior two on the left. Checking knee alignment. Pulling shoulder blades together. Down the back. Gauge in your lower core. Inhale, top arm reaches forward, overhead to reverse warrior. Connecting to that sense of power, of inspiration. Exhale, left elbow, knee touch, top arm reaches long overhead. Keep your right fingertips wide with energy. 1 long line from your fingertips all the way down to your right toes. and cartwheel. Come into warrior two. Cartwheel, hands down. Vinyasa. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Come step through to low lunge, keeping your back toes tucked under. We're going to come into a high lunge. Tuck your pelvis under, and then lift your back leg up towards the ceiling, really lengthening through the back leg. Arms reach up. Sink down a little bit lower. And then bring your hands to heart center, palms pressing into one another, and lean your torso forward. We're going to come into warrior three. If that's something that you've never done or it's new for you, I just want you to practice shifting your weight forward and coming back. And you're just going to shift forward. Maybe you're going to shift forward and then your toes just come off the ground a little bit. And then play with just launching into warrior three. If you feel comfortable, the left leg is working towards coming to 90. Keep pressing the big toe into the mat, your little toe into the mat, and your heel into the mat. Lengthen your spine, and imagine your left foot is pressing into the wall behind you, just like at the start of class. If you want to go even further, you can play with slightly bending your standing leg and then straightening it. So you have lots of different levels in class today, so I'm just going to give lots of different options. Coming back down into the forward lunge, and then all the way back into crescent or high lunge. Really reach forward, feel the power in your right thigh. Exhale, hands down, chaturanga. Inhale into cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Come step through, keeping toes up into high lunge. Squeeze your back thigh up towards the ceiling, really lengthening through the left leg. Tuck your pelvis under. Bring your hands to heart center. Hinge forward. And then you're going to play with shifting your weight forward and back. Maybe the toes come up an inch. And then maybe launching all the way into warrior three with your hands at heart center. Press your back foot into the wall behind you. Well, imagine that you're doing that. And really lengthen from your crown all the way to your toes. And try to focus your gaze something on the ground out in front of you that's not moving. That will help you to steady your balance. Maybe adding in the standing leg bends. And then lowering back down into the hinged lunge. And then inhale all the way back up into crescent. See if you can sink 1 centimeter lower. Really feel that power in your standing leg. Excellent. Lower hands back down. Step back. Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now lower your knees down so you come into tabletop. We're going to come into chaturanga push-ups. So you can either do chaturanga push-ups from full plank, and I want you to make sure if you're in full plank that your pelvis is tucked under, and then you're in one straight line from your shoulders to your heels. Alternatively, you can lower both knees down. Keep tucking your pelvis under. Your elbows are not going to bend more than 90 degrees, and before you come into the push-up, you're going to lean forward. So I'm just going to demonstrate. So it will look like this. If you lean forward and then bend down, your elbow will end up right over your wrist, which is much healthier for the shoulder joint. If you're just in a regular plank here, and you don't lean forward, then you end up in a position like this, and so your elbow ends up much further back, not over your wrist, and then that's not healthy for your shoulder. You get internal rotation of your shoulder, and it can just compress a lot of the tendons. So everyone come into your starting position, whether you're in full plank or with your knees down. Shift forward, and then you're just gonna lower your arms down as low as you can. And it's okay if you don't get to 90. I just don't want you to go past 90. Exhale up. Inhale, shift forward, lower down. Exhale up. Inhale, shift and lower down. Exhale up. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale up. 2 more. Inhale, shift forward, lower down. And last one, shift. And then press back into child's pose. And then see how quickly can you just tap into letting everything go, coming into this present moment. Reconnecting to that sense of gratitude. Reconnecting to that sense of power, of courage. And so many of the things we've been talking about today. Knowing that courage is really the choice, a choice that we have, and that it doesn't mean you're not going to have fear. It just means that you're letting something else be more important than your fear. You're still taking action despite your fear. That's what I think true courage is. It's not the absence of fear. It's just letting your power be more important. Gently press back into down facing dog. Really lengthen through the spine, tilt your tailbone up to the ceiling. And then inhale, step or hop front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale into Utkatasana. One more time. Take your hands to heart center. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, take your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Sink your hips down a little bit lower. Make sure your knees are aligned. You might need to pull your left hip back in space. And if you want to go further, you're going to pick your left foot up off the ground, tucking it under. Keep using the power of your elbow into your knee to help you maintain the twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist over to the other side. Really using the power of your right elbow and left knee to maintain the twist here. If you want to go further, you're going to inhale your right leg up. Coming back down. See if you can sink 1 inch lower. Keep squeezing knees together. Squeeze your ankles together. Inhale, arms reach up. 1 more inch lower. And exhale, come to stand. Hands to heart center. And take 1 big giant step, coming to the long edge of your mat. Inhale, your right toes forward, and your left toes are going to turn in about 20-30 degrees. And then inhale your arms out. Your feet should be directly underneath your wrist. That's a good stance for your feet. Coming into triangle, inhale, reach as far forward as you can. When you can't reach forward any longer, lower your hand to your shin, left arm comes up. And you're really trying to lengthen your spine out towards the wall behind you. If you want to go a little bit further, your hand can be on a block or down to the mat. Gaze can be up towards the left thumb or down at the right thumb. Press your right foot into the mat like you're pressing on a gas pedal. With each inhale, keep lengthening the spine, and each exhale, thinking to turn the left ribcage up towards the ceiling. Connecting to your breath. And exhale, come stand. Turning the stance of your feet. Inhale, left arm reaches as far forward as you can. When you can't go any further forward, lower your hand down to your shin. Right arm reaches up. If you want to go further, lowering your hand down to a block or the floor. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist up. Press your left foot down like you're pressing onto the gas pedal. You'll feel your calf engage. And then keep squeezing both knees straight. You feel your quadriceps engage. And then try to keep your neck relatively relaxed. Energy through the fingertips. And coming up, stand. Now turn both feet out so they're pointing towards the edges of your mat. Inhale, your hands are heart center, and then exhale, sit down into goddess pose. So in yoga, this is a pose that's really focused on your power. So try to connect that. Feel your thumbs at your heart space. Connect to that place of power deep inside. See if you can sink 1 inch lower. And you can play with coming up on your right toes. Maybe coming up on your left toes. And then squeezing your inner thighs together, come up on both toes. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then coming to stand. Turn your toes straight, a little actually past straight, so your toes come slightly into internal rotation. Hands at your hips. Inhale, look up, exhale, round down. Using your hands at your thighs or your shins, or coming all the way down. If you can come all the way down, grab onto your ankles and then really use the strength of your arms to pull your torso closer towards your legs. Keep lengthening your spine, whatever position you're in, on your inhale, and exhale, try to round down a little bit more. Breathing into the resistance in your hamstrings, really trying to surrender into the pose. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Sending your breath to your hamstrings, to those points of resistance, encouraging them to relax. If headstands in your practice, and only if you feel very, very comfortable doing it in another room, I'm going to talk through headstand. I can't see you guys, so I really want to make sure you're comfortable with this. But I know some of you in class are. So lower your head down, squeezing your elbows in, pressing knuckles in, raise your feet up. Lengthen the back, gauge your core. When you're ready, coming back down. Everyone take your hands to your hips. Inhale, come stand. And then heel toe together. And come into one last standing pose. So level 1, going to inhale, left leg up. Level 2, you're going to reach down, grab your toe. And level 3, as long as you can keep the standing leg straight, you're going to extend the left leg out long. And then level 4, take out the leg to the side. In whatever position you're in, really focus on pressing the big toe, the little toe, and the center of your heel down. That will help create a really strong balance, rooting you into the ground. If you took your leg out, come back center. Everyone meet with your leg raised to 90 degrees, and then switch over to the other side. Really root your standing leg down. Get that triangle of support with the big toe, the little toe, and your heel. Inhale, left leg up. Level 2, reach down, grabbing your big toe. Maybe you stay here. Really working on getting the standing leg totally straight before you move on to level 3. Lengthening your leg out straight. Pulling the toes back with your hand. Press your toe into your hand as you pull back. And then level 4, raising your leg out to the side. Keeping your gaze at something on the floor, not moving, again will help to steady the mind, which will help to steady your balance. Coming back center, and then everyone meet where we started. Lowering back down, and then take a step forward. Coming through vinyasa, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back through chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down facing dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And we're going to shift forward into plank. We're just going to hold plank. So options here, you could have one knee down, the other knee down, or both knees down. Really work on pressing through the inner edges of your palm. Squeeze your legs together. Tuck your pelvis under and engage in the low core. And then lengthen your head from your hips. Keep pressing your palms into the mat so your shoulder blades widen. And when this starts to get challenging, know that you are so much stronger than your mind tries to tell you that you are. Use the power of your breath to tap into that power, into that strength. 10 more seconds. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And then lower all the way down, coming down onto your front side body. Tuck your toes under. Squeeze your feet together. Take your hands to the level of your chest. Inhale, look up, arch up, and come into cobra. And then leaving your hands where they are, pull them towards your feet. You'll feel your lats, you'll feel the muscles around your shoulder blades engage. Keep pulling your hands back without actually moving them, and pull your elbows into your torso. Keep squeezing your legs together. If you want to go further, lift your hands up and hover them. Keep lengthening through the spine. If there's any compression in the low back, you're just going to lower down slightly so you're not in as much lumbar extension. Now everybody lower down. Turn your head to the right, creating a pillow with your hands. Feel your heart beating into the mat. Feel the support of the earth underneath you. Feel the support of this yoga community around you. Tap back into that feeling of gratitude and tap back into that idea of connecting with everyone in this class, even though we're not physically together. We really are energetically together. And just notice how that feels. Coming back to center. Inhale, take your hands up and interlace them either behind your back, interlaced, hands in on one another, or you're just gonna have your palms simply facing up towards the ceiling. So either arm position is great. Inhale, look up, arch up. Really pull your shoulders up and back. If you want to add on, you're going to inhale your legs up. And then imagine that you're lengthening your head as far forward as you can from your feet. Deep breath in, deep breath out, deep breath in, deep breath out. One more round of breath. See if you can come up just a little bit more. And then exhale, lower down, turning your head to the opposite side. Feeling that support and that connection. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Coming through tabletop, make your way seated. You're going to inhale both legs straight, and then take your right leg and tuck it underneath you, and then take your left leg and cross it over your right. Inhale your right arm up and twist, bringing your elbow to the outside of your knee. With each inhale, lengthen, and each exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. And really see if you can make the twist happen at the level of your navel, so at the level of your belly button. See if you can also compress in your abdominal muscles a little bit to help you twist further. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And gently coming back center. Twisting over to the right. And then switching both legs straight, crossing the other leg over, so you should have your right leg on top. And then inhale, left arm up, turning towards the right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Twisting around your belly button. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And twist around your belly button. And coming back center. Extend both of your legs straight to the front of your mat. If your hamstrings are very tight, you might want to grab a blanket or a pillow, and what you're going to do is you're going to sit up on the blanket. That is going to help you tilt your pelvis forward, and it's going to help you stretch your hamstrings so you don't overstretch your lower back. If you have nothing to sit on, you're just going to do this pose with your knees bent, so you don't have to have anything to sit on. Those are just two good options to modify this pose. So if you cannot sit all the way straight with your legs here, you're just going to sit up on something or just bend your knees. Keeping your torso all the way straight, you're going to begin to walk forward as far as you can. And then once you get to that point that you can't bend forward anymore, then you can round down. Keep flexing your feet up, and then your hands can just be at any point along your legs. If you can come all the way down, I want you to interlace your hands around your feet, one hand is going to grip at your wrist, and then your hands are on your feet. Then press with your feet into your hands and your hands into your feet to get in a little bit deeper into this stretch. And if you can go all the way down, you're going to bring your head all the way down. Keep thinking on your inhale, you're trying to lengthen your spine as much as you can. And each exhale, you're bringing your torso closer down. And if your knees are bent, it's just going to look like this. As long as you're feeling a stretch in your hamstrings, you're absolutely getting the benefit of this pose. 2 more rounds of breath. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Really trying to surrender into the stretch. It should be slightly uncomfortable, but it should never be painful. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And coming up. Come now with your right leg out, or I'll mirror you. Come with your right leg out long, and then bend your left foot in at your groin, and then twist your torso so it's facing over your right leg. And then you're going to lower your torso down. You should feel a really great stretch into the left lower arm back here, into the quadratus lumborum. You can grab at your shin, you can grab at your foot. Maybe close your eyes. See if you can go a little bit more inward here. Really thinking to lengthen from your left hip as you turn over your leg. So keep thinking to turn your belly button closer to the ground while rooting your right hip or your left hip into the ground. Inhale, come to center. Switching your legs. Turn so that your belly button's in line with your left leg, and then fold. Encouraging the right hip to ground down. Trying to lengthen the inhales. Trying to lengthen the exhales. Gently coming back up. Make your way onto your back. Bending the knees, extending your fingertips forward. Your fingertips should touch your heels. Feet should be hip distance apart. Press your palms and your upper arms into the mat and then lift up into bridge. If you want to come further, you're going to interlace your hands underneath you. If there's any compression in the lower back, you're just going to lower down slightly. Imagine that there's a block in between your knees and you're slightly squeezing that block, feeling your inner thighs turn on. And gently lower down. Take one hand on your chest, one hand on your abdomen, and let your knees fall on one another. Take 2 deep rounds of breath. Relaxing completely into the mat. We're going to repeat that one more time. Inhale, lifting your hips up. If you want to go further, interlacing your hands and rolling to the outside of each shoulder. And then if you want to go further and it's in your practice, I'll talk us through wheel, but again, I can't see you, so I just want to make sure everyone's really safe. So please only do this if you practice regularly. Inhale, turn your hands towards your shoulders, come up onto your head. Squeezing your elbows in together. Exhale, press up. Keep pressing your index knuckle, your thumb knuckle into the floor. And then imagine that you're trying to turn your triceps towards the wall in front of you. So you're coming into external rotation of the arm, of the humerus. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Exhale, come onto the top of your head. Then rolling out of it. Everyone come down, knees together. One hand on your heart. One hand on your abdomen. Really noticing how your body feels, how your mind feels. Just taking note. Extend your arms out into cactus arms, so 90-degree bend at the elbows. Inhale, take your hips slightly to the left. Let your knees fall to the right. Gaze falls to the left for gentle supine twist. In yoga, twists are said to stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system, which we've been talking a lot about today. So the rest, the digest, the more calming part of our nervous system. And just really see if you can tap into that. This feeling of feeling calm and feeling supported, this feeling of trust. Because really all anxiety is the fear of a future that's not even real. We made it up, and then we're afraid of it. See if you can just let that go, just for now. Lengthen your inhales. Lengthen your exhales. And just really feel yourself melting into the mat. And feel yourself letting go of that need to control, letting go of that need to know the future, and just be in this moment. Gently coming back to center. Take your hips slightly to the right. Let your knees fall to the left. Gaze falls to the right. Closing your eyes if you want. Just tapping into that feeling that we really are supported and we really have what we need. And that things are really happening for us rather than to us. And that we have the power to create that mindset at any moment. Coming back into center. Inhale, legs reach up. Grab the inner arches of your heels. Pull your knees wide alongside your torso for happy baby. Lengthen your spine. And then try to tilt your tailbone slightly down towards the wall in front of you. You might want to rock back and forth. Maybe you want to straighten one leg. Straighten the other leg. Just really releasing through the adductors here, the groin. We tend to hold a lot of tension here. And so stretching these muscles really helps to release a lot of stored energy. I think a lot of stored tension. And when you're ready, extend your legs long. Coming into Shavasana, you might want to cover up with a blanket or socks. Everyone stay laying down. I'm gonna come seated and I'm gonna guide us through a brief guided relaxation process. So all you have to do is listen. and try to relax each body part as much as you can. So really feel your body getting heavy on the mat. Notice if you're holding any tension still or any resistance, and really just let that relax and melt off of you into the mat, into the earth. Then bring your attention to your right palm. Relax your right thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger. Relax your right wrist, right elbow, right shoulder, relax your left thumb, left index finger, left middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger. Relax your left wrist, left elbow, left shoulder, relax your neck, relax your jaw, relax your tongue and let it fall heavy. Relax your eyes. Relax your forehead. Relax your chest, upper back, lower back, abdomen. Relax all the internal organs. Relax your right hip, right thigh, right knee, right lower leg, right ankle, right foot. Relax your left hip, left thigh, left knee, left lower leg, left ankle, and left foot. Rest deeply. Absorb the benefits of your practice. next inhale to be slightly deeper than the last. Gently start to wake up the body, moving fingertips. Moving toes. Maybe adding in some ankle circles. Wrist circles. Ankle circles. And when you're ready, reach your arms up and take the deepest breath of the day so far. And keeping your eyes closed, gently roll over onto your right, coming into the fetal position. Shavasana translates to corpse pose and literally represents our death, the ending of our practice, and really the death of the parts of us that no longer are helpful. So releasing and letting go of limiting beliefs and fears, so that we can wake up a better version of ourselves. Gently make your way towards seated, keeping your eyes heavy or closed, pressing your hands into one another, thumbs to heart space. Really bring that awareness back to your heart. Feel your heart beating into your thumbs. I want you to bring to mind one thing that you are just so grateful for. And it can be something so simple. But really notice what that feels like. And allow that sense to expand from your heart in all directions. You might want to even imagine that feeling as a color or as light, expanding from your heart. And then imagine that we're all in the same room. And imagine that you're spreading this light and spreading this energy to everyone in the room. We'll end class with one Om. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And gently bow your head to your heart, honoring yourself. Namaste. The good in me sees and honors the good in you. Namaste, everyone. Thanks for coming. If you're gonna stay for